If this guy's acting abilities was a box of crayons, they wouldn't be the 12 box, the 24 box, or even the 48 box. My man is the 240 box of crayons. He can give you acting ability in all shades, palettes, and the whole nine. One time for John Leguizamo. What's going on, brother?
I love that intro, man. I'm going to use that in my resume. I'm the big box of crayons.
Yo, John, you have earned it, man. Like, when I think of some of my favorite movies throughout time, man, you showed up more than once. Carlito's Way, Out for Justice, Summer Sam, Romeo and Juliet, John Wick 1 and 2. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And with this new movie, Violent Night, I haven't been this pumped up about a movie just based off the trailer in a long time. Now, if you had to put a few films in a blender to describe this film, what movies would they be?
Oh, you put a little Die Hard in there. You put a little Elf. You put a little Bad Santa, Home Alone, and then you put it on high, and then you blend the sucker.
And the violence is so OD, which unfortunately I'm very much a fan of that. And I had a couple coworkers that got a chance to see it early, and this has now overtaken Die Hard as their favorite non-traditional Christmas movie.
Oh, dude, this movie, the violence is so beautiful because it's hilarious. It catches you off guard, and then when you think you're done and grossed out, it grosses you out even more. But then at the end, all of a sudden you're like moved to tears. I was moved to tears, man. Maybe because I'm the child of divorced parents and it sort of triggered me. But I almost cried at the end when they got together.
You do such a good job of not only playing likable characters, but also flawed characters as well. And this time, you're on the bad guys team, so it seems. What is your character's motivation in this film?
Yeah, that's a great question. Great question. This guy is a disgruntled employee of this super wealthy family that has bad dealings around the world, makes their money doing bad things. And I do a home invasion, and I hold them hostage, and I'm trying to steal their $300 million they have in their vault downstairs. And there's like a backstory where, I was a poor kid, and there was a Christmas, and I killed this old man, and I was sent to jail, and it's an intense character.
Now, John, you just mentioned that you're, a product of divorced parents, and I know sometimes that could put Christmas in a different light. So when you think back on, your favorite Christmas memory you had growing up, man, what year was it? What did you get that year? Who was there around the tree?
Yeah. So this was in the 70s, and I was like 8 years old, and my parents were still together, and my parents are immigrants, so they made me earn my Christmas presents. They wouldn't just give it to me for being nice. I had to read an encyclopedia. I had to read a book in Spanish to earn my bicycle, and so I remember I read this whole from A to B in encyclopedia, and my parents got me my bike, and then as soon as I took it down the street, I got mugged, and they took my bike.
Oh, man. Grand opening, grand closing for real. Was it somebody from the neighborhood that you knew and could eventually retaliate on, or was it just a one and done?
Yeah. And my father, I came in crying, and my dad's going, "You go back down there. You don't come back here until you beat them up." So my dad was yelling at me on top of getting beat up.
Wow. Yo, add an insult to injury. Man, I just saw you last weekend in the movie The Menu, which is another great film, man. Everybody go out there and support that one as well, man. You giving them the 1-2 punch in the box office over the next couple weeks. And, another space that I miss you in too, John Leguizamo, is the stand-up arena and the live theater aspect. Do you ever see yourself returning to that at any point in the near future?
Yeah, I definitely, it's one of my favorite, things to do is be live with an audience and hear them hoot and holler and cheer me on. There's nothing as electric as that. My last one was Latin History of Morons. I traveled around, all America, 26 cities tour. I won a Tony Award for the play. It's on Netflix. You can see it, but I definitely go back out there again.
I love to hear it and love to see it, man. If you could make a sequel out of any movie that you've done that hasn't gotten a sequel, I mean, we've seen you in the John Wick series, but what movie would you love to give a sequel to that you haven't?
The Pest. I'd like to do a Pest, too, because kids are always asking, well, they're not kids anymore, but in their 20s, are saying, man, you got to do a Pest, too. And I was kind of aged out, but maybe.
Yo, The Pest is one of those secret gems. Me and my homegirl Zilla Vodness, who's a comedian as well, we talk about that movie all the time. There was a movie that you did with Dougie Doug, Hanging with the Homeboys.
Oh my God, I love that flick. I can't believe you brought that up.
That was one of the first movies I saw with you in it that made me a John Leguizamo fan. You know what I mean? And I always wanted to see
that
y'all.
was 1989. That came out in 1889. I was like 26 years old. Dougie Doug, Mario Joyner from MTV. Oh, it was incredible.
Yo, what is your character from that movie doing right now?
Oh, that kid, he's probably a doorman somewhere in a fancy building in New York City.
Are they still friends?
Oh, yeah, friends for life.
That's what's up. That's what I wanted. That was the happy ending that I always wanted, man. Yo, John Leguizamo, I know you got corners to turn and places to go. I just want to thank you so much for everything that you've contributed to the culture. You are just, too talented.
Thank you, man. Much love.
Bro, you're too talented to describe in words, man. We wish you nothing but the best of luck and continued success. The movie Violent Night is in theaters everywhere December 2nd. God bless you, man. Go see Violent Night. One time for John Leguizamo, y'all.
Big hug, big hug. Yeah, yeah.
My
Happy
G.
holidays and merry everything.
Same to you, family. Peace.